fans, this is TheSkullKlown.
Hello YouTube fans, this is TheSkullKlown here to review Godzilla, Planet of the Monsters. I think that should be the title. This movie is actually pretty interesting. I'm not gonna say it's it's a roller coaster ride of fun and all that, but it's an interesting take on the Godzilla formula. And the story is basically like a whole bunch of people leave planet Earth because it's all fucked up. Kaiju monsters are destroying the world, and the biggest one that destroyed it is Godzilla. So they leave, and then they come back, 1900 years later to planet Earth, and Godzilla's still there. Obviously, because there's a main character that was in Earth, then left to outer space, then came back to Earth. So most people be like, that person should be old. It's different in outer space and all that, so you should not even be worried about that. It's like that in real life anyways. So basically, it's just these people just trying. I'm not going to spoil a lot, just watch the movie. It's just about these people just trying to get Earth back and trying to take down Godzilla, which, again, I don't want to spoil it. Even though the movie is on Netflix and most people will be like, no, you should spoil it. I just won't spoil it just in case if no one hasn't watched it. But I do tell you this, the acting, it's anime. It's alright. And the voice acting, it's funny too. I heard the English voice acting while hearing the Japanese text, which is hilarious. If you ever do that, you should do that, to be honest. It's actually pretty hilarious. Because you can pick what they change in what they say. It is hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing. I had a ride with that. I might just do that with every Godzilla movie I've ever watched now. I might just go back and watch the other Godzilla movies, which I probably have done that, but anyways, getting sidetracked. These characters are pretty fun. They're not the best characters. I wish I knew more about these characters, but this is part 1. Part 2 should be awesome. And Godzilla they talk about a lot of Godzilla. You don't see Godzilla a lot, but they talk a lot about him, and that's what I like. And I think D-Man talked about this too. He also said that that he does like, yes, Godzilla might not be there, but he does like that they mention Godzilla, that he should be there, and I like that too. Like, they talk about Godzilla, he's there, he's around, he's not just like, oh yeah, there's a kaiju there, that's, and Godzilla 2014 did that too. D-Man is right. I completely agree with you, dude. 2014 did the same thing, and I was just like, really, it's basically like, Godzilla, maybe he could restore balance, and then all of this, and then it's like, let them fight, and it's like, really? That's it? That's just me looking, at the time I didn't see it, but looking back, it is so freaking true. But overall, Godzilla Monster Planet is not that bad. It's pretty much a Godzilla film. Some people might retcon it just because it's an anime film, or just because, they left you on a cliffhanger. It's part 1, guys, of 2. Which, it should have been, I feel like it should have been a 3-parter, or maybe a 4-parter. I don't know, I feel like they could have done a little bit more with it. That's just me. I just wish we got known the characters more. And the main character is pretty cool. He literally risks his life all the freaking time. And one of his best friends that he knows from childhood does the same thing. I won't go more spoiler to that. But everything that you see in this movie is pretty awesome. Godzilla's nuclear breath is freaking amazing. This is I thought Shin-GODZILLA's nuclear breath was my favorite, but this has to be my number 1 favorite Godzilla nuclear breath. I can't see anything that's better than this. I'm sorry, people. This nuclear breath is fucking amazing. It's literally a bullet. That's what it is. Pat, done, gone. And you're like, are you serious? It's like, it is that amazing to watch. It's pretty freaking grand. And when they're fighting Godzilla also, that is awesome. And most people are like, oh, that's a spoiler. That was in the trailer. Come on, how's that a spoiler? Especially when you see the little kid running and you see Godzilla attacking planet. I mean, well, technically Earth now if you're talking about it. But yeah, there is one part of the movie that I do want to talk about, that the plants took over the society of the buildings, and it looks really cool. I love that part of the movie. And again, D-Man, I'm talking about D-Man right now because I previously watched his video, and everything that he pointed out was true, because everything that he basically liked, I liked. I was like, yeah, I know, that plant thing. It was just, the whole part of the buildings becoming one with the plants, because it just disintegrated over time, over the years, and the plant just became the building. That is freaking amazing. That is awesome. That is just, you got to love nature. That's the thing. I love nature, and you can't hate technology either. You got to have both. And this movie, I mean, it doesn't go through that route. It's basically saying we need to find a planet to inhabit humans, and this is the only close planet that we could go to, because we couldn't find any other place. And that's one gripe that I have with this freaking movie. There's a character, he's still alive at the end of this movie, and most people are like, oh, that's a spoiler. How is it a spoiler? A lot of people do die, but the main characters that you do know, come on, do they really die? Except for one, which I won't spoiler. One of the main characters is basically like, no, let's just go up to space and forget about the whole thing. And I'm just like, it's not just one, it's two, but still, one of them says that, and it's just like, really? You want to go up in space and forget about this whole thing and basically have these people live up there, go through the same crap through how many years you already went through, instead of just instead of coming to Earth and dealing what you have to deal with here and inhabit the Earth. Because it is possible. I mean, I know it's called Monster Planet, but there should be somewhere around the world that you can inhabit a place. You know? Yes, you might have kaijus running around there, but still. That already happened before. No shit, before you even left the planet. So, there you go. I don't know, that's really it. That's how I feel about this movie. I was going to give this movie a B+, but the more I think about it, I think I should just give it a C-, which is, I don't think that's a good rating. Oh, yeah, that's not a good rating. I gave it a C-. Could be better, but it's not. I gave it a Ghostbusters 2016 rating. I want those are people that never watch my videos. Please comment, subscribe, and share this video. How you won't believe what I just said. Yes, I know. But hey, this is part 1. Let's see what part 2 is. At least I'm not comparing that to Ghostbusters 2016, because Ghostbusters 2016 was a whole movie. It wasn't like a 2-parter. Thank God. Then we won't have to deal with the stress of everything. But moving on. Godzilla Monster Planet is actually pretty interesting. It is an interesting film to watch. And watching Godzilla and watching the humans interact with Godzilla is great. I highly recommend watching this movie. Yes, I gave it a C-, but that does not mean you should not watch this movie. It's Godzilla. He does what you think he does. He does what he does best. And, damn, I want to talk more about this, but I just don't want to spoil it. I might just get the figure, because I love the way Godzilla looks in this, to be quite honest with you. It's right next to Godzilla 1991 and Shin-GODZILLA also, and Godzilla 2014. Those are my favorite looks of Godzilla of all time, to be quite honest with you. And the original Godzilla, obviously. I mean, the original Godzilla looks pretty badass, in my opinion. I mean, it looks pretty cool. But that's it. I hope you guys like this video. Comment, rate, and subscribe. And yeah, I'm tired. I'm going to bed.